We got our Tesla Model Y in 2021. Coming from a gas car, it was our first all-electric car. Also, being Asian and only driving Hondas, Toyotas, and Lexuses, I was always taught by my Asian parents that American and German cars were just unreliable and had the worst maintenance. So you can see how hesitant I was to buy an American car like Tesla. However, what pushed us over the edge was the range, the autopilot software, the cool tech features, as well as the Model Y being an SUV and all electric. So no more needing to go to service for oil changes. At the time, we locked in our Model Y order in 2020 for $62,000. That included the free white paint, the free 19-inch wheels, the white interior, and full self-driving. There was also electric vehicle discounts as well as owning electric vehicle discount in California, making the cost of the car much cheaper. However, now the cost of the Model Y has decreased significantly and starts at $47,990 for the long range, but they also have a rear-wheel drive model with 260 miles that starts at $42,990. And this is all before their instant federal tax credit, making the price of the car even cheaper. If you didn't know, Teslas come with a 4-year, 50,000-mile basic warranty that covers all of the basic stuff. However, things like the drivetrain as well as the high voltage battery have an 8-year or 120,000-mile warranty, which is pretty good for an all-electric vehicle. I thought to myself, I'd never utilize any of these warranties because it's a Tesla. It's an all-electric vehicle, right? Boy, was I wrong. Now, when we first got our car during COVID, I was happy overall. There were some issues with the interior trim alignments. When we got it, whoever had our car didn't wash their hands, so there were grease smudges on the seats and headliner. My trunk hinges would sink in a little after opening it. My bumper was all jagged, but overall the build quality was good. It was really a weird experience coming from a Lexus and Toyota where I had to have a checklist sheet to make sure everything was okay with the car before picking it up at the Tesla service center. Now, while Tesla did fix the majority of the issues, a lot of the issues they just didn't fix. And their explanation was that it's within spec, or we checked out 5 of their Teslas on the lot and they had the exact same problem. So sorry, we're not gonna fix it and there's nothing we can do. So began the process of learning to deal with these issues with a $60,000 car. Within the first few months of driving, one of my autopilot cameras on the side died. It just gave out and went completely black. This prevented my autopilot system from working at all. They came to my house to fix this for free, so the only thing I lost was time. Now, if you're new to the channel, around the time we got our Model Y was the same time we found out that our first son, Simba, was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. One of the main reasons why we got the Model Y was so we could take him on all these road trips wherever there's water, and it was so awesome because we didn't have to worry about engine maintenance and we didn't have to worry about expensive gas prices because of the cheap supercharging costs. And of course, it helps that the autopilot system was so good. So essentially, we weren't really just driving, it was driving us to our destination. We also wanted to get another dog so that he can learn as much from Simba as possible, so a little piece of Simba would carry on in our new dog. However, Peanut Butter learned nothing from Simba. He learned how to dig his teeth into my door trim, put his paws on the door, and break the door button. So these occurred due to my negligence, and I never had Tesla fix it. Overall, in the beginning of our Tesla journey, we had a great experience. We drove it to Oregon and didn't have any issues. Charging was amazing, and with Tesla's vast supercharging network, I was able to charge up quickly by the time I finished walking the dogs. However, I feel around the 15 to 20,000 mile mark was when issues started arising. For instance, we heavily rely on Tesla's autopilot and self-driving. We go on so many road trips like to Arizona, Mammoth Lakes, Oregon, Utah, and having the hands-free driving is a game changer. However, there are multiple times that our cameras would fail and autopilot would be unavailable for the entire trip. It was so annoying. I mean, I reset the cameras, I went into the secret service menu, I reset the DAS, and nothing. Another big issue I had with my Tesla Model Y was the air vents. With the ventless design, there's an actuator inside that goes up and down to provide good airflow. However, for some reason with our model, the air never liked to go up and was never strong, even on max. I put it in order and they came to my house to fix it, and they told me that it was fixed, but it still did the same thing. And that's what kind of sucks when they say that they fix it, but it's still the same. However, if you guys didn't know, if you go and put an order in for something and they fix it, but it's not fixed or it comes back again, they'll fix it for you for free under warranty. And I just learned to deal with the fact that my air vents aren't that strong. We also had a lot of good friends with issues that their steering wheel leather was coming off, but luckily for us, it was still good. Now, here's the scary part that happened around the 30,000 mile mark with my Tesla Model Y. I finished my lunch, it was just like any other day. When I went to go into my Tesla, however, it said something weird. I got a notification on my screen that said maximum battery charge level reduced, okay to drive, schedule service. I didn't really get it and I thought it would go away if I restarted the car. However, it stayed stayed on. But the biggest issue was it wouldn't even let me charge the car at all. Not with the regular outlet, not with the supercharger, nothing. So pretty much I was driving an electric car with the inability to charge the battery. I tried to schedule a service appointment for this major issue, but they were booked at least for a week out. When I told them about the issue, they said there was really nothing they can do. So I did some researching online and I found out that if you are having major issues like your high voltage battery dying, just call Tesla roadside assistant. Once I did that, they told me just to go into the service center, walk in, and they'll take care of it. I did do a dedicated video on that, so check that out if you want to see the whole story. And remember, this isn't the small 12-volt battery in the front of your car. This is actually the huge battery pack under your car that costs like $20,000. However, luckily when I did take it in for service, they said they could fix it no problem, but the battery wasn't in stock. It's not like they just have these high voltage batteries lying around. So they had to order it and it was gonna take at least a week to get here. I thought they would give me a Tesla loaner, but they said no, they're not gonna give me a loaner. They would give me maybe a gas loaner, but I would be responsible for any fees, which kind of sucked. Not only that, the battery pack that I got wasn't a brand new pack. It was a refurbished pack, so it had less miles than what I had when I got my car initially. Also, unlike my old battery pack, whenever I charge at superchargers now, it makes these loud popping sounds. And I know that is normal, however, I never had that issue with my factory battery pack, but when I got that refurbished battery pack, I definitely have popping every time I supercharge. So now we're over 15,000 miles out of warranty. How much money have I spent personally on my Tesla? The only thing I bought was $13 windshield washer fluid, Michelin tires for $1,400, which I love, as well as unnecessary things like paint protection film, ceramic coating, and new rims. If you guys are purchasing a Tesla Model Y with the 20-inch induction rims or the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, don't forget an accessory which I think is absolutely necessary. For me, one accessory I've been promoting because of the quality and how well it works is the MagBack rim case. It's a case for your wheels. It doesn't just stick with double-sided tape, but it has physical mounts to grip your current rim. What's cool about the MagBack rim case is it also hides any old curb rash, and when you put it on, you can't even tell it's on there. It not only protects the rims, but because it's a modular design, let's just say you damage one of them, you can easily just replace that piece, saving you money in the long run. Make sure you use my link in the description below for a discount. Shortly after my 50,000 mile mark, I noticed that my driver door switches were peeling. It was the matte film that was peeling, so it looked kind of ghetto. Luckily, there's a ton of aftermarket accessories like stickers that you could put over it. However, it was a little disappointing seeing the quality after 50,000 miles. Also, again, around the 50,000 mile mark, my autopilot camera system suddenly went offline and it didn't work for us on our entire 5-hour-long road trip. I submitted a request hoping it would be replaced before my 50,000 mile warranty ended. I had proof, I had videos, everything. However, when I got home, of course, the issue fixed itself. And when I took it to service, they said because they couldn't reproduce the issue, they weren't gonna fix it. Now, what about my battery health? Now, I did just do a video on how my battery health was 20,000 miles ago, and it showed that my battery health was 90%. So I had about a 10% degradation loss, which again, isn't the best. However, at 100% state of charge, I still get around 299, even 300 miles. So overall, it wasn't too bad. But one thing I did notice was the range accuracy wasn't as accurate when I first got my car. When we first got our car, we would input a navigation, we go to the trip tab, and it's very, very accurate. And it tells you how much percentage you have when you get there. I was never worried about that range anxiety. However, recently I noticed that when we still go on road trips, it tells me I'll have this much left when I get there. However, when I arrive to the destination, I have at least 10% less than what they estimated. And I know what you're thinking, it might be due to the fact that I was speeding and all that stuff, but I was still doing all those things with my new battery pack when I first got my Model Y, and the range estimate was very accurate. Again, they do a great job with their new trip tab, and they kind of break everything down for you. They tell you why the range estimate wasn't accurate, like elevation, climate, and speeding and all that stuff. However, it's still unsettling knowing that I won't get the percentage that they said when I leave. So we always end up charging at least 10 to 20% more extra just in case. Now, it's all about chemistry. Batteries age just like anything else, just like your phone. So of course, it's natural for the full charge rate to be reduced over time. However, only time will tell how much battery percentage we'll lose over time. And we're already at 66,000 miles, so we only have like 40,000 miles to go until we hit that 100,000 mile mark, and we'll see what happens then. Now, I know what you're thinking. These are a lot of issues, and who wants a Tesla? Well, it's a rare case, and if you check out my 50,000 mile video, you'll see that most of my friends who own Teslas don't have any major issues with their car, and they love it. And we definitely put the car through its paces. However, my friend has a 111,000 mile Model 3, and he's very happy with his. It's still going strong. He does complain just like me, that the accuracy in the range isn't that accurate. However, it's not as bad as mine. So again, I'm thinking it's because I got that refurbished pack, which is why mine isn't as accurate. However, things can go wrong randomly. Like our friend Iowa Tesla guy had his cabin climate control system die randomly, and because it was out of warranty, it cost him $2,600 to fix. Now, it's been over 20,000 miles since I last did the battery health test. Since then, I drained my battery past 0% until the car died completely. We went on a ton more road trips. We went to Austin and all that stuff. So let's see how my battery health is now. 89% battery health, and at 100%, I'm getting 292 miles. That's not too bad for a 65,000 mile battery pack, and I depleted it completely, killing it all the way down past 0%. I can't complain overall. I love my Tesla with all the technological features as well as the autopilot as well as the supercharging. It's definitely made my everyday life easier, and I definitely can't go back to a gas car. If you guys are interested in a Tesla, make sure you use my referral link. Also, of course, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.